Calculus AP Physics.
I've been a substitute teacher for the last 5 years.
What was your GPA back in high school?
Oh, 2.5 maybe.
My GPA in high school was a 3.4.
My GPA in high school was 3.95 or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, I know. I was a perfectionist for sure.
What's a clear sign someone is struggling in school?
Avoidance, eye avoidance, so they won't look at you. Slouching.
I had this the other day. I had a girl that when you meet her, she comes across as very, very smart. And when you start talking to her, she is not.
Today you're going to match GPA to high school student. Does that make you nervous at all?
Yes. It just makes me nervous because I'm judging students that I've never had. In my class.
We're gonna hand you a clipboard with the numbers on it.
Okay. We've got everything from 1.5 up to a 4.0.
If you had to pick right now, who's your
Let
one?
me guess. Oh my God. What? Alright. 4.0. 3.8. 3.5. 2.4. 1.5. 2.0.
1.5.
Lock.
Oh, God. I would guess the guy that looks like a skater. You look like a skater, and the skaters I've known at my schools typically are not that interested in school.
Hey, so what's your name, sir?
I'm Noah.
What math are you doing?
I'm in Algebra 2.
What have you learned? What's the last thing you learned in class this week?
I'm really paying attention.
Any subjects you're not a fan of?
Language arts. I don't like
Oh, language arts, that's what I teach. Oh.
Do you play sports?
I wrestle.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't, I mean, typically I would have thought of a wrestler a little more bulky. So
What do you plan to do after college?
I actually want to be a teacher.
Okay.
if he's active in sports, he's got to do okay in grades, otherwise you get kicked off the team. I'm going to say the 3.4.
You seem like a pretty average, middle of the road kind of student. 2.4.
2.4. You don't stand out to me as necessarily a top tier student.
Does that make me dumb or unintelligent?
No, it doesn't. All it means is that your focus is not towards the academics, right? Like to be a teacher is to work with people, right? It's not to be an uber genius. And that's where something like wrestling, right? Very personal connection.
Yeah, it is. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good,
Good, good. You seem pretty confident. Do you feel like you are a little bit of a class clown, perhass?
I dabble.
You dabble in class clownery? Okay, nice.
Have you ever been caught
They
cheating
also
on
look
a
so
test?
serious.
Okay, so it was a weightlifting class. I wasn't aware there's a mirror behind me, so I was looking at notes, and I got a 0 on that test.
Deservedly so.
What's your favorite subject?
I really like my woodworking class right now.
How did you get into woodworking?
One of my career goals is in manufacturing.
Do you have any interest in ever going to college?
I hate school, so I'm not gonna like college. So,
What do you hate about high school?
it's a full-time job, and I'm not getting paid.
Okay, I get that. Although, when you get to be in your 20s, 30s, things do come up where you go, I could learn how to do this new part of my job if I'd have done that part way back and built a foundation for my education. Because the biggest thing education isn't to teach you facts, it's to teach you how to think and problem solve. You got 2.
2.0. It just seems like your focus isn't more on the academics, but more on something that actually sounds really cool and really interesting.
Hello. You got a cute outfit on. It's all matching. Like your hair is nice. You take some time to get ready in the morning before you go to school. Do you have any ideas of what you want to do after school?
I'm thinking pre-med right now.
Pre-med, exciting. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
What kind of medicine would you be interested in?
Surgery?
You'll have to get your nails cut for that.
Oh, probably, yeah.
What math are you in right now?
I'm taking Calc 2 and Intro
This guy.
to Stats right now.
Oh, nice. What's the integral of cosine?
Sine, yeah.
That you are correct.
I think just based on the fact that you're interested in pursuing pre-med, which is a very competitive field, I'm gonna give you 3.8.
3.8.
3.8.
Why not the 4.0?
I just don't see necessarily a confidence level. I see a little bit of the slouching, the little bit of the avoidance of eye contact, a little bit of being quiet. I could totally be wrong by that look that you gave me, which is awesome.
You seem pretty relaxed, more alternative maybe.
Does this person present as a high achiever?
In my experience, no. Students I've had in the past that tend towards that style are a little more withdrawn or don't participate as much, or they
That's crazy.
just like feel like school is lame.
What's your favorite subject?
Favorite subject? Probably AP Literature or AP World History.
Really?
Yes. Why?
Because I think I gave you my lowest score when
You
you
did,
came in.
yeah.
Probably pretty off the mark.
Do you have an idea of what you want to study yet?
Yeah, earlier the year I took pre-med.
So I'm guessing sciences, math, more your favorite classes.
No, I'd say my
Oh.
favorite class is probably my AP Lit class.
Nice, AP Lit. Okay, as an English teacher, that makes me happy to hear.
You don't come across as a 1.5 for sure. So I am going to give you my 4.
4.0. Pre-med, taking advanced classes, you're taking things seriously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite teacher? What do they teach?
I'd say my English teacher, Miss Lee.
And who would you say is yours? You don't have to say names, even though they're gonna know.
My 8th grade biology teacher.
Has that stopped you from taking science classes? Now you're in high school.
Sorta, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
What are you reading?
We read The Great Gatsby a few
Nice.
months ago, but right now we're just practicing for the AP exam.
Okay. I have 1.5 and 2.0 left, and I don't think either of those are right. I'm gonna give you the 2.0. I would like to be able to give you the 3.4.
I say 2.4.
Who had the 3.4? I'm not gonna let you switch, but that's your 2.0, you think?
I would switch them, yeah.
Not a 4.0. One bad teacher can drop your motivation. 3.4. Now comes
4.0 student.
4.0.
What are your extracurricular activities? What do you like to do?
I'm a
No
SoundCloud
way you
rapper,
gave up 4.0.
actually.
Let's hear a rap.
You sound like
You wouldn't want to hear those.
Maybe not. I know what my daughter listens to, and I don't like to listen to that either.
What's been the most challenging part about school for you?
This game, you're not ready.
My attendance, because I've like gotten sick a lot.
That's hard, and then when you come back, it's like trying to get caught up from what
Yeah,
you missed
and I
and
just
do the.
never, yeah.
It's hard. It's kind of a snowball effect. 1.5, just based on the challenges you said you've had to go through.
How do you think you did?
Terribly.
Show of hands, who did Chris guess correctly?
Yay, one! Oh.
no way I got it perfect. Yeah, I said. Damn, almost. Almost got it perfect down to the bone. I said, oh no, this need to be switched.
Oh, well, at least I got 1.
2.0.
Come on up.
You gave me a 2.4,
Okay. What is your real GPA?
2.0.
Why was I off?
Kind of overestimated me. Because wrestling season's over, so I don't have to maintain a GPA anymore.
Oh, yeah.
How do your parents feel
That's
about
exactly
your
how it
GPA?
was.
They're not happy with
Yeah.
it at all. I get grounded.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're working at your best capabilities?
No, but I want to have a better GPA because I want to go to college and I want to do a lot of things in my future.
You can, you know. When my daughter was in high school, if you'd asked me if she was ever going to graduate from high school, I would have told you absolutely not, couldn't do it. Last year, I watched her walk across a college stage and get with her diploma up like this. She barely squeaked through high school, but she got to college and she blossomed. So I think you will.
Hello?
All right, I got you right. My
You did
one
get me right.
correct answer.
But you did. You were gonna switch it. You
I
said
know, I
gonna
was
give you a
gonna
two.
switch it.
I got the impression that you weren't really interested in schoolwork.
Yeah. Well, I do the schoolwork. I don't particularly want to do it, but I just do it. Honestly, if it was a 1.5, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, don't stress yourself out about making it all perfect all the time. Just get it done.
Yeah.
What GPA did I give you?
You gave me a 3.8.
What is your GPA?
4.0.
4.0. Why do you think I didn't give you the 4.0?
Your comment on my posture really stuck me.
Has maintaining this grade point average caused you a lot of stress or anxiety?
Well, in my freshman year, right before the final exam, I was really stressed. I had my first panic attack, and I'm just like very close to keeping that 4.0 for this year, but I could ruin it also.
If you have it, there's this expectation that you have to keep it, and if you don't, it was all for nothing. When at the end of the day, it's just one piece of information about you, right?
So you gave me a 4.0. I am the 1.5.
I got it right the first time.
Is it stressing you out about like how it'll affect future plans?
I wouldn't say it affects me anymore because I already got into college.
Great. With the 1.5, how did you get into colleges? Because usually that wouldn't cut it.
I would assume it was the essay I wrote, just talking about my background.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for my test scores, I probably would have been, stranded.
For me, a 1.5 is either incapable of getting better grades, which you, to me, obviously are capable, or you just don't apply yourself. And I would guess you don't apply yourself.
You'd guess wrong.
Really?
Both times, yeah.
What have I got wrong?
The whole reason my GPA is where it's at is because during COVID, I struggled mentally. I was in and out of mental institutes, and I was never at school, never online for school, and so it dropped my GPA.
Are you happier now than you were 3 years ago? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
you're in a better place?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. I totally understand. I totally feel your pain. You're not the only one that struggled. I had students that fell into some drug use and things like that, right, to cope. And COVID's hard because I'm seeing you through a screen. It's like here, it's personal. Like if I saw this, you can feel me. Definitely if you need any help or anything, right, with school or whatever. I know I'm not.
We started talking, but the options were getting limited.
Do you get a GPA because it's just that's what you get, or do you have to work hard at it?
I've worked hard,
And what motivates you?
My mom, really. She's like my number one support system, just in general, not even just school, just life.
Your biggest fan?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go home and give her a hug, because I wish I could go home and give my mom a hug.
So I gave you a 4.0. What is your real GPA?
I have a 2.4.
Are you happy with your GPA? Do you feel like it is a good reflection of your abilities?
I mean, I'm not happy with it, but I don't think it shows like how smart I am.
Totally.
Because I've just never been good at school. It's just not my thing. I don't do my work. I don't pay attention in class. I don't show up to class, to be honest.
Yeah. How do you think your GPA might affect what you want to do in the future?
I never thought I wanted to go to college until last year. Everybody started talking about going to college, and I was like, maybe I should go to college. But then I got rejected from everywhere.
Okay.
So
What's your favorite subject?
my broadcasting media class, it's like our school news.
Have the talk about the COVID and its effect. I didn't realize that would